Nothing. Nothing. I'm just poorly making a point. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial. Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
A calm night is a mercy, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. Every time they flicker shut, the tadpole seems to twitch behind them. Dragons, geese, and the hells themselves have come after you. Yet it is this creature that lingers in your skull. And you will find it. No matter the cost, your life is your own. No wriggling tadpole is going to change that. Sleep claims you. Determination buoyed by gentle dreams.
I just find that there is a certain beauty in the way that they develop the story and they narrate the story and the whole storytelling. I got super hyped on this mage Gale. He says that all of these things, devils, demons, aliens, illithids, mind flayers, these were abstract, but now they are manifesting into your reality in the game. And as I am saying, all of these things have some truths to it. The whole idea of and in this game they go into hell. I know that you go into hell, so I'm really interested into exploring that aspect of it. But the whole idea into connecting it into beings, into the astral realms and whatnot. But also there's a certain beauty, a certain positivity to the whole thing. Now, in a previous cutscene, when you're falling down from the Nautilus or the Nautilus or whatever that is, that's alien spaceship, there is some force which prevents you from collapsing into the ground. And it has to do, and the animation has this ionic electromagnetic energy of some sort. So there is some force protecting you. And as you go, this super cool feature that is the camp, which is where this last little scene was happening. You gather resources in the world and then you use them as fuel or resources for your camp, and this replenishes your spells and your health and whatnot. So it's part of the mechanic of the game, but at the same time you learn about your party members and you interact with them, and depending on your choices and your dialogue, is the whole role-playing part of it. They tell you about who they are, about the world, about the lore. And then you have your own lore, your own situation with the narrator. And I think the narrator plays a different role later on, but you feel like you're not alone. There's this positive force to the whole thing that is helping you. And this is the hero archetype. This is the hero arc. This is, a lot of people say in video games, you don't want to be the hero anymore. But the way that they do it in this game is a little bit... It's nuanced, it has subtlety, and they bring this hero archetype, which is yourself, your character, in a different way that is not corny. That is the only way that I can put it right now. It's really interesting. So straight away, as I started playing this game, I didn't find any real connections to the archetype of the Paladin, to the lore of Paladins, other than the basic things that the Paladin is the light. There is this eternal fight between the light and the void, which is in every single fantasy out there, which is very interesting, right? Why do we have this idea of the light and the void? And then, so this game, as a lot of games, has this environmental storytelling as well, and it is really, really good. And just somewhere going through my because when you pick a character, you can be a half class of something, and I think you can pick a half class. You can be a half barbarian, I think mage or something like that. I think you can do that. I'm not really sure, but in any case, when it comes to paladins, there are different types of paladins. So what I picked was the Oath of the Ancients paladin, and then you have your tenets. And when I was looking into them, I thought this is just, it's part of the beauty of this game. There's just something positive and beautiful about the specific narrative of this game. So I found these oath of the ancients very, very interesting. Just fleshing out the paladin lore, the perennial paladin lore. So they go like this. Kindle the light. Through your acts of mercy, kindness, and forgiveness, kindle the light of hope in the world, beating back despair. Shelter the light, where there is good, beauty, love, and laughter in the world. Stand against the wickedness that would swallow it. Where life flourishes, stand against the forces that would render it barren. Preserve your own light, delight in song and laughter, in beauty and art. If you allow the light to die in your own heart, you can't preserve it in the world. Be the light. Be a glorious beacon for all who live in despair. Let the light of your joy and courage shine forth in all your deeds. I found this mind-blowing. It's so simple, it's so basic, you know, the whole theme of the Paladin, light being a positive force in the universe, and it's just like kindle, shelter, preserve, be the light. It's about beauty and love and laughter and art, and you know, everything that is positive, you must preserve it, you must hold it, you must protect it, you must fight anyone who's trying to destroy it. You know, we're living in really hard times, and these games come with these ideas which seem all wishful thinking and positive, and it's just straight up beautiful as an artistic expression. But now, as I said, I make these videos because I try to connect the lores and the fantasy and the themes with real things. Now, why am I a paladin? Why do I always choose paladin? Why do I focus on the light so much? And you know, I talked about this in a long time ago in my early videos about World of Warcraft, and the whole theme of the light, which, you know, it was brilliant for World of Warcraft to just bring the whole theme of the light as something to represent some of the Christian values in a completely blank slate, without any religious dogma, without anything, just preserving everything that is positive in the blank slate of the light, and just getting rid of everything negative. And it seems like a good idea. Now, if you go into some of the altered states of consciousness that I mentioned before, going into psychedelics and how people connect outside their mind, the whole idea of consciousness, when people die, they see a light. And now there is this term called near-death experiences, and there is a lot of research coming in the last 5 years, and now I'm talking in the 2020s, it's 2024 as of me making this video. Google near-death experiences and just read 5 or 10 of them, and you will realize that this theme of the light is not something just of fantasy. Fantasy, what is happening in fantasy is we're seeing a larger truth represent itself in philosophies, in religions, in fantasies, in epics, in all of these things. People meet a light. This light is everything that is positive and everything that is perfect and everything that is intelligence, and they have this nirvana-like experience. So if you think this idea of the light being all positive and being just a theme in video games, think again and Google near-death experiences. I will build upon this in the future, but that's it for the basic Paladin lore in Baldur's Gate 3. If you would like to know more about the lore surrounding these fantasy narratives and how they perhaps connect to real-life theories and philosophies, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, as I will try to find these connections and explore the possibilities that these lores can provide. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.